Welcome to the Her Story Circle podcast, the podcast that brings you the extraordinary tales of everyday women who are changing the world. I'm your host, Gertrude Mache, and I'd like to acknowledge traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today. I also like to pay my respects to elders, past, present, and emerging. Every week, we dive into the lives, challenges, and triumphs of women from all four corners of the globe. We're here to inspire, enlighten, and connect, sharing stories that uplift and empower. So grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and join us as we explore the incredible journeys of women shaping our future. This is Her Story, where every woman's voice matters. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Her Story Circle. This is Gertrude Mache here in beautiful Melbourne, Australia. And today I am graced with the presence of yet another fascinating woman. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our tribe. Please tell everybody your full name, where you're based, and share your story with us today.
Gertrude, thank you so much for having me today. My name is Jennifer Hackworth. I go by Jenni, and I am the founder of Soul Tribe. I am a transformational life coach, a yoga practitioner, and like I said, the founder of Soul Tribe. I believe in thriving authentically and boldly. That's why I'm currently talking to you from a sailboat in the middle of the Everglades in Florida. That is where Soul Tribe is located. We travel the world helping women. I'm passionate about helping other women live authentically and boldly. My journey has been anything but conventional. It's been filled with moments of deep transformation, powerful realizations, the courage to make big changes when I knew my life needed it. Not too long ago, I was living what seemed like the typical American dream. I had a beautiful home in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. I have four beautiful children. I was a stay-at-home mom. I told my husband and I that something was just missing. Deep down, I felt unfulfilled. I felt disconnected from my true self. It was like I was living a life that wasn't really mine, but rather it was what society expected of me. And during COVID, I had a health scare. I had a health crisis. They found cancer. I ended up having a full hysterectomy. I was dealing with that. And I felt like I wasn't able to live fully. I was living from a place of trauma. I was scared, both physically, emotionally. It just wasn't a good place. And I was terrified. It was a wake-up call. I realized that I was not living in alignment and my health suffered. This pivotal moment when I realized that any time that I wasn't living in alignment with my true self, my health got bad, and it woke me up to my new purpose. It led me to reconnect with something I had always loved, which was yoga and meditation. And one day after 20 something years of having been doing yoga, I taught a yoga class again, and it ignited a spark in me that I didn't even realize the fire was there. That night I went home, I talked to my husband, we had a heart to heart. He had been pushing living on a sailboat, and I was terrified. I was terrified to give up the American dream, the white picket fence and the beautiful house and and everything. But we knew that it was time to do something radical, to make a big change. So we sold everything, including our 4,400 square foot house in the mountains, and we chose a life of adventure and freedom and moved on to this beautiful sailboat. It's a little 42-foot sailboat, and it felt like a huge leap, but we knew that this is what we needed to truly connect with ourselves and our life's purpose. Living on a sailboat has taught me so much about resilience, adaptability, trust, both in myself and the universe. I've learned to embrace the unknown, find peace and simplicity, and to connect with nature. So, with all of these experiences, I created Soul Tribe. My mission with Soul Tribe is to help women reconnect with themselves, discover their unique path, whatever their journey is, and help them transform their lives in meaningful and authentic ways. Soul Tribe is about creating a safe space for women to explore who they are, free from judgment or expectations. Our mantra, our tagline, if you will, is simple but powerful: connect, empower, transform. I designed Soul Tribe to provide tools, community, and inspiration for women who are navigating major life changes, transitions. So whether it's going through menopause, it's dealing with empty nest syndrome, just feeling lost or wanting more, I want women to know that they don't have to do it alone. Soul Tribe explores holistic wellness practices like yoga, mindfulness, self care, and that kind of thing. But we also dive deeper. We dive into finding purpose, facing your fears, and embracing self discovery. So, Soul Tribe has evolved from where originally was just yoga. It has evolved into a space where women can come together, connect, and empower each other. I firmly believe that having a tribe, people who truly understand you and want to see you thrive, is essential. My hope is to help as many women as possible through the challenges of midlife, giving them the tools that they need to survive and that the sisterhood that they need in order to thrive. Soul Tribe isn't just about learning skills or practicing yoga. It's about a transformation on a soul level. It is fully stepping into your own and living authentically. I am so passionate about building this community, not just through courses and coaching, but sharing my own journey. I have faced my fears. I've made hard choices. I have lived through some really scary things. And through it all, I found resilience in unknown. It's those experiences that I bring to Soul Tribe. It's those experiences that I bring to other women to help them through their own transitions. My goal is to inspire women to embrace their true selves, their most authentic selves, to live as boldly as and out loud as they possibly can, and to feel empowered to make the changes that will lead to the life that they love. So that's a little bit about me, my journey in Soul Tribe. I believe that we're all on a path that where each step brings us closer to who we're meant to be. And I would love for anybody listening to connect with us, to become part of our tribe. We are here to empower women, and I would love to help anyone start their own journey of transformation because together we can create lives that are meaningful, aligned, and beautifully your own.
Jenni, what an amazing journey you've been on. You know,
Yeah.
just listening to you speak, I can see more parallels between your life and mine. Your health scare was a major turning point in your life.
Yeah.
I ended up collapsing with congestive heart failure in 2017.
Oh my.
Yes. So I know what it's like to try and get yourself back on your feet, get your health back. It
Yeah.
just shows us that this life is very, very brief and fleeting,
Hmm. Very
that we
fragile.
think we've got lots of time to get things done. We really
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really don't.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I was younger, it's funny because when I was younger, my mom used to tell me that I lived life in fast forward. She's like, "You're always on the go. You're always on the go. You're always moving." And I told her, I said, "Mom, I feel like I don't have any time. There's no time to do all of the things that I want to do." And when you have a major health crisis, a major health scare, you really stop and look and go, wow, I might get 90 years, maybe 102, something
Yes.
somewhere in there. That's not a lot. It
It's not.
really isn't. And it's fascinating that sometimes it takes that really scary health issue to kind of
Mhm.
smack you upside the head and put you
Yes.
back where you need to be in life, you know?
Oh, man. Now, the decision to call your tribe Soul Tribe, tell me where that name is derived from. What was the inspiration behind that?
So for years, I would tell everybody, oh, I'm just looking for my tribe. Oh, you're part of my tribe. Anytime I met a new woman that I absolutely loved, I was like, oh my goodness, now you're officially part of my tribe. You know, anytime we moved, I had to find my new tribe. As we began this journey, though, I really began to realize that I had work to do on myself and so on. And I really had to take a step back and work on who I am at the core of me. What is my soul's purpose? What is my soul's job in this world? And I really began to realize that in creating my tribe, I was actually bringing together a lot of women who probably wouldn't have hung out together. And I was starting to realize that is my soul's purpose, is to create a tribe of women who can support each other, who can uplift each other, who can be there for each other no matter what. When life gets tough, I know that I can log into my community and I can talk to my women. I can like text them and, hey, ladies, I just need to vent. I've had a really rough day. And they are my soul's tribe. And it just kind of came together naturally. It's as I was talking, it's just soul's tribe, my soul's tribe, my soul's. And before I knew it, my husband just looked at me and he goes, you do realize you've already got the name for your business, right? I was like, you're right,
Oh,
lady.
wow. I love it. And this is the magic that happens when you're open for the universe to guide you onto the next
Yes.
step, right?
Yep. Yep. Exactly. The
Absolutely magic.
moment you really open yourself up and let the universe know, hey, I am ready. It's
Yes.
not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. It is absolutely worth it every step of the way. Find your tribe, find your path, take your journey together. It's incredible.
So, how has living on the water influenced your approach to coaching, especially in terms of grounding and mindfulness?
So I love, love, love grounding on the water. It is so the way boats sit in the water when you are underneath in your cabin, in your, galley, wherever, you are right about water level typically. And
Mhm.
so I am literally surrounded by water. Anytime I need to ground, I literally just sit down. I kind of let myself listen to the water lapping against the boat or the shore wherever I am. And it makes it so much easier to just connect with earth and really, like you said, ground yourself. Feel that
Yes.
energy come up to meet you when you're having a rough day, to be able to sit down and just let go of that and let Mother Earth take it from you. It is so easy to be mindful when you are in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by water and nature. And I love the mountains. I always loved the mountains. I was
Right.
recently in Colorado again to hike, but there is nothing like coming home and having the water there to greet you. The
Mm,
earth is made up of so much water that I
yes.
know that no matter where I put my feet in, my home is also in that water. So I am
Awesome.
always home when I'm on in around the water,
Mm,
and never really realized how much of that part of my being was missing until I was regularly around the water. I
love it.
Yeah, the ocean is incredible to me. I love it.
So, what were the biggest challenges that you faced when you made this transition to be an unhoused, minimalistic lifestyle? And how did you overcome those challenges? Because we're
One of the
so
biggest,
attached to our stuff, right?
yes.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, and that was the hardest thing. Was I had this gorgeous walk-in closet full of outfits. I'm a Gemini, so I dress
So
my
am I.
personality. Are you okay? So you get it then. There are days where, like a pair of black pants and a black shirt is great. But there are other days where you want to be a little colorful, you need to be a little bit
Yes,
more, you know what I mean?
I know.
I had outfits for every mood. And
Oh,
now I have what I call my uniform, which is my leggings, and I have this t-shirt in like 8 colors. That's it. That's all I have. And
oh, oh.
it's funny because there are days where I wake up and I'm like, but I feel like a 50s housewife and I want my little poodle skirt and my little, and you can't. And you just
Uh-huh.
take a deep breath and you kind of go, you know what? I don't need the stuff. I can still be a 50s housewife. I can still go in there and cook my bread and, grab my starter and make sourdough. Like that doesn't matter. Like you don't need the stuff to be the thing.
Yes.
And it took me a hot second to realize that. But what was really, really funny is that when we started selling stuff, at one point I just told my husband, I said, I don't know how we got so much crap. Like that's all it is. It's just
Yes,
crap.
it is.
Like you don't need all of that. Yeah, you know? And
Oh
so
man.
I started putting like on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, wherever I was selling stuff. I started making jokes about it. I'm like, we've lost our minds. The kids have all moved out. We decided to spend their inheritance. Please come get our stuff, that kind of thing. One of the
Oh,
major things that we kind of ran into was one of our kids, bless her heart, felt like we were abandoning them.
oh,
And yeah, so there was a little bit of a transition period where we had to be like, okay, look, I get it. You don't have as much time with mom at home as some of the other kids did, but you're an adult. You're 25 now. Mom is not
yes.
abandoning you, you know? So it was a little bit rough. There was a little bit of work that we had to do there, some serious conversations where we sat and, talked on the phone for hours and it's okay, baby. I'm still here. I'm not abandoning you. That
Oh,
kind of thing.
shame.
But when you make a transition like this, one of two things, it's really funny. One of two things happens with all of your friends and your family. They look at you and go, "Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. I wish I could step out of what everybody, society expects of me
Yes.
and do what you're doing." And then the other people are you crazy? What's wrong with you? How are you going to
Yes.
live? And all of this other stuff. And so it's funny to have that within my own children, have that,
Yes.
oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. This is the coolest thing ever. And also have the holy crap, you're crazy. I can't believe you're doing this.
Oh
So
man.
that was fascinating. That was a little rough for the transition there, but we got through it. Yeah.
Can you tell me more about the freedom from societal expectations that you mentioned? And how does this concept play a role in your coaching philosophy?
Yeah. So the moment you stop doing what society expects,
Yes.
there's so many emotions wrapped up into that moment. You're terrified, you're excited, you're curious to what, as to what the future brings and so on. More than anything though, when you step out of what society expects of you, you begin to find who you truly are. You are no longer afraid to present your most authentic self. You are
Yes.
no longer afraid to live your truth
Mm.
because you're already different than the rest of society. So who
Yes.
cares? you know? So that's
Oh,
that's been, incredible. And in doing so, I have been able to then look at my tribe, look at the ladies that I help and say, look, I know it's scary. I've been there. I will hold your hand every step of the way. And you know what? If you don't want to give up everything, that's cool. This is not for
okay.
everybody. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But if you're ready to step into the workforce, if your kids are leaving and you don't know who you are, that's okay. I'm
Mhm.
there. I've done the scary work. I can guide you through it and help you do the scary work too. And it's not
Yes.
scary, I promise. I tell the kids whenever they would go to the doctor, like the first 10 minutes are going to be the scariest because you don't know what's going to happen. I tell my
Yeah.
clients the same thing. The first little bit is going to be scary because you have no idea what's going on. You have
Yeah.
made this huge decision. Everybody around you thinks you're crazy. It's scary. It's really scary. Keep going because it gets less scary as you push forward. And the more authentic you are, the less the less you look at society and go, oh, I really should act like that. Because you look at society and go, oh, you know what? Society's better because I'm acting like this, because I am myself, because I am showing up 100% authentic. I am being the coolest version of myself every day, and everybody gets to see that. And so
Yeah.
society is better for it. So that's
Um,
how I show my clients, like, look, yeah, it's scary, but you're
it
going to
can be
reach the
done.
most authentic. Yeah, you can do it. You're going to do it. I promise it's not as hard as it seems.
And there's a quote that I absolutely love that says, everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Yes. Just step
Really
out into
is, right?
okay, so Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I don't know how many of your listeners have actually watched this. There is a part where he is in the temple and he's getting ready to step across looking for the Holy Grail or whatever it is. He doesn't he doesn't know. It's literally a step of faith. He doesn't know if he's going to be able to step out into this bridge over this giant chasm or if there's even a bridge there. It is the same way. When you are stepping out, you don't know what's there, but you
Yeah.
have to take that first step and just trust and have the faith that you're going to be okay, that the
Yeah.
path will illuminate
Open up.
and you'll be able to make it okay. And that's
Yeah.
what's so scary is when you don't see the path forward, taking that first step. And that's what I try to do is I try to help those women by taking their hand and saying, look, I know you can't see the path, but I promise you it's there.
It's
And then
there.
I help
Love
them
it.
take that step.
So, can you share any specific success stories of the women that you've coached who are inspired by your journey to make these major life transitions?
Yeah. So I have, oh my goodness, I have so many incredible women that I've helped. I have women who have been stay-at-home moms for decades, never had a job, or at least, not since high school or whatever, and they're in their 40s now. Um, Megan is a stay-at-home mom of 4 kids. I'm currently helping her. Her youngest just left the house 3 months. It's been about 3 months now, and had no idea what she was going to do. She was absolutely terrified. Ended up finding her love of art and started painting again. And she has a gallery show that she's doing in 2 weeks because she took the step and she went and just started painting again. And I am so excited for her. I'm actually going to fly out and go to her opening because I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. But no, I mean, women like this all the time. I've had some who have left corporate jobs to become mindfulness coaches. I have one who became a menopause coach. She was a doctor. She hated her. She had become as she says, a corporate coach for corporate medicine. She hated it. She's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. She's like, I know I need a change. I don't know what change I need. So we sat down. We just talked about it. Well, what do you love? What do you love? She's like, well, I really want to help women with through menopause. And I was like, thank you, because there's not enough information about women's menopause. Um,
No.
yeah, what can I do to help you? Let's start. She's already a doctor. Well, she's not a gynecologist, she's a family
Yeah.
physician. She ended up quitting her job, becoming a health coach, and she coaches women with ADHD ironically, she actually coaches me now, but she coaches women with ADHD through menopause because
Right.
menopause is such a crazy transition in a woman's life. I mean, I just found out, did you know? I have to ask, I've been asking every woman, I'm going to turn the tables here for a minute. Did you know that women are 112% more like they have a 112% chance of being diagnosed bipolar during perimenopause? There
Oh,
was a study
wow.
done about this the other day. This is what I'm talking about. There's so many transitions at this point in a woman's life, in her, say, 35 to about 60. There's so many things happening in a woman's life
Hmm.
that we just haven't studied. Nobody
Yeah.
talks
Yeah.
about it. Nobody talks about, the weird pregnancy symptoms, the weird menopause symptoms,
Mm,
what it's like when you've been a stay-at-home mom all this time and your kids leave the nest. Or if you've been in corporate your entire life and suddenly this 30 something, you in your 50s, you're starting to look at retirement or whatever. This kid in their 30s comes up and takes your job, and you're going, wait a second, I busted my butt for this. You know,
oh,
what do you do then? So I get that these women in transition need way more support than what we get most of the time. And it's just that's why I started Soul Tribe, was so that these women could connect and help each other, and we could get through these transitions easier.
so how do you manage to balance between maintaining your business and embracing such a free spirited and unconventional lifestyle?
So I'm a night owl. So if we do passages, I always have the night shift. But it makes it great for running a business because during the day we can go out, we can hang on the beach, we can do, whatever we want to do. And then
Yes.
at night, I can help answer questions. I've got my program that we're working on and so on. So I've been recording lessons and modules, trying to get all of that going and so on. But it's been great because it does give me the freedom. If I have something during the day I need to do, awesome, not a problem. We can anchor somewhere or my husband can take the helm, not a problem. So I love having that freedom to be able to get up and do or not get up and do and just sit and relax
Mhm.
for a little bit.
I love
uh,
it.
yeah, it's been incredibly freeing to
Wow.
just embrace not having a schedule and being able to do what I want when I want, um,
Hmm.
which still doesn't happen most days because, I'm a woman and a mother and I've got 9 million things I've always got to do. But you know
I
how that
love.
goes. Yeah.
I do. So,
So
so
there's always
what's next?
something.
What's next for you and your Soul Tribe Yoga? And do you have any new directions or projects in the horizon?
Yeah. So I've got the 12-week Soulful Transformation. It will be released in December. And what that is it is like I said, it's a 12-week program to help women live more authentically, figure out where they want to be, where they currently are in life, and where they want to be in life. It
Yes.
embraces mindfulness, learning who you are, to live more authentically, taking care of yourself as far as self care, yoga, mindfulness meditation, mindful eating, nutrition. We cover all of it. And it's specifically geared toward women who are perimenopausal. So probably 40 to 60 age range or whatever, kind of my niche. It's who I'm helping. I'm in it. Who better to help guide you through it than somebody who's dealing with it at the same time?
Exactly. Oh, I
So yeah,
love it.
that should be coming out in December.
Okay, so now I'm going to finish with two profound questions where
Okay.
we're going to have a little time experiment. And
Okay.
I am going to teleport you first into the past.
Okay.
So, if time was an illusion and I could teleport you back to that young woman who was at a crossroads, she's no longer a mom, kids have grown up, the house is empty, she's trying to figure out who am I now? If you could go back and give her three nuggets of wisdom, Based on what life has taught you up until this point, what would those three nuggets of wisdom be? I'm pretty sure you would have wanted somebody to say, okay, this is it.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the information you need. The first one, do it scared. You're gonna be scared, and that's okay. Everybody is scared by something, and some of us are scared by a lot, but do it scared. It's okay to be scared, but do it anyway. Whatever it is, you know that there's that one thing that you've been wanting to really do. Do it. If it's painting, awesome. If it's applying to be on a reality television show that you have loved for years, do it. Why not? You're not getting any younger. Life is too short. Embrace it and do it. Two, not everybody is going to love you, and that's okay. Embrace the fact that you are awesome, full stop. It doesn't matter if the neighbor likes you or not. It doesn't matter if the lady across the street, if the coworker, whoever likes you or not. Not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. That doesn't mean you hide parts of yourself. Keep being awesome because that's who you are. And third, it's okay to not be strong. You have been strong for everybody for so long. And some days you just want to cry, and that's okay. Because some days are hard. Some days really suck. So cry, let it out. Don't hold it in. Let it out. It's okay. It's okay to be weak. It's okay to not be everything for everybody all the time. And that's okay. It doesn't make you less. It doesn't make you unlovable. It still makes you incredibly awesome.
Oh, wow. You know, that middle one, number two, is very, very important for women to understand. I always say that there's a 33% rule to anything you'll do in life.
Mm-hmm.
33% of people will adore you, will love you, will buy anything you sell.
Yep.
33% of people will hate you. And it's normally the people you're closest to, your family, your so-called friends.
Yep.
And then the other 33% just don't give a damn. They're not interested. It's just not their thing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
go in
And that's
knowing.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. Okay, now let me teleport you with the last question into the future.
All
We
right.
talked earlier about the 90-year-old you. If I could
Yes.
take you to go and sit with a 90-year-old you, and she's surrounded by her children, her grandchildren, her dogs, her cats, her husband. If you could have a conversation with this wise woman who has led you up until this point, what are you going to say to her when you finally meet her?
Thank you for an incredible journey. Thank you for doing it scared. Thank you for being yourself. Thank you for taking every risk, taking every chance, for living life to its fullest. For, I joke now in my 40s that by the time I get to being 90, if I don't look like I was rode hard and put away wet, then I did something wrong. So damn it, you're beautiful because you lived life to the fullest and it was incredible. And I'm so, so proud of you for doing it scared, terrified sometimes, but doing it nonetheless. So, Jenni, you're freaking amazing.
That is just beautiful. You know, Jenni, I love to ask women that question because a lot of times we don't even realize that the wise woman is already here. I can see you're
You
quite
got me in
emotional,
tears.
right? I know. She's here. She's guiding you. She talks to you every single day. She's that
She
little
really
voice
does.
in
Yeah.
your head that says, go left, go right, say yes,
Hmm.
say no. But we are always looking outside of ourselves for the answers.
Yes.
The answers
Yes.
are within.
Absolutely. Yeah, that 90-year-old is in me. I mean, I whatever you believe about the universe or whatever, however timelines work, I don't know. I like to believe that that 90-year-old has already lived and she's looking at me going, "Hey, that's not the way you want to go. You're going to
Yeah.
hate it. Come this way." And I love that question. Thank you so much for such an incredible interview. I appreciate that. This has been amazing.
Thank you. It's the amazing women who step up to share their stories that make a difference, Jenny. Thank you to
Okay.
everybody who's tuned in today. The Her Story Circle is not just a podcast. We are a social impact movement determined to bring you the stories and voices of women from all over the world. We share our stories to uplift you, to inspire you, to energize you, but most importantly, to take you from where you are now to where you want to go. So tune in again tomorrow when I interview yet another amazing guest. In the meantime, have a fantastic day, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And bye for now. Thanks again, Jenny.
Thank you so much. Blessings.
Thank you for tuning into the Her Story Circle podcast. I hope today's story has inspired you to believe in the power of our stories and the difference you can make in the world when you use your voice. I'm Gertrude Mache, and it's been an honor to share this space with you, where voices from all walks of life come together to weave a rich tapestry of diverse perspectives. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review our podcast to help us share these stories with more listeners. Follow us on social media by looking for the Her Story Circle podcast for more updates. And join us tomorrow for another episode filled with courage, resilience, and empowerment. Remember, your story matters, and together we're building a stronger, more inclusive world. Until next time, keep making her story.